I've been getting some comments asking to take kind of a tidbit video throughout the day of what I do on a standard day at my job. And so I figured I would do a day in the life of a diesel mechanic video. And here it is. This was shot throughout one single day on the different things I worked on. Alright, hope you enjoy it. So bright and early at 7 a.m. we have a art head that I had removed off this C15 the previous day. So there's the old art head and combustion canister. I had deemed the art head as bad the previous afternoon, ordered the parts, and we got our bag of parts here. New art head in the box and new seals and nuts. So I'm going to be installing that. So I've put the new art head on. I've ran the nuts down finger tight. I'm going to hit them with my 3/8 electric impact. Then I'm just going to tighten them down with a ratchet. Don't usually torque exterior bolts or nuts too often. Do art heads pretty regularly too. Probably do maybe one every 2 weeks on average in the shop. Using a Matco 3/8 ratchet. These are 13mm headed bolts as well. So you may notice that these nuts are new as well. Most exhaust fasteners Cat recommends changing if you've removed them. So we put new nuts on there just to be on the safe side. Then I'm just gonna try and get these coolant and fuel lines connected to the art head, and then I'm gonna have to do some testing to make sure the system's gonna regen. So here I am after I have everything installed, hooked up with my computer. We're looking at doing a regen. If you're watching that ARD flame temperature number there, you should see it starting to climb rapidly. You can see it's jumping up. It was at 200, now it's up to 700. It'll be 800. It can get anywhere from 1200 degrees to up to about 2000 degrees. Just fixed this regen issue here, and the truck is regenning. And this is kind of the best part of the day, is if you're doing a regen or anything involving a lot of troubleshooting, is it kind of gives you a break, because I've already repaired it, but now the truck has to go through a long, a regen can take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. And while it's doing that, you kind of need to monitor it, so you kind of get a break during the day from being on your feet all day. So kind of a good part of today. So about an hour later, I got this old 3208 to work on. This is a mid 1980s engine, and what I'm going to be doing is, see that bolt I'm pointing to? I need to remove that because that is the timing pin for the fuel pump. And then I'm going to be showing you how to time the front of the 3208. I'll circle the timing port. So right there is the timing port in the front structure. And this engine was blowing black smoke, so we were just checking the fuel timing on it. Just wanted to show you I was working on that. And next job I got after doing that was a 3406 rebuild I was waiting for parts for. I have the head off, obviously. And since I was waiting on parts, I needed to clean injectors and pretty much all the engine components. So we have a typical solvent tank here. What we're going to be doing is, as the customer doesn't want to replace these injectors, we're going to be cleaning any oil, debris, or dirt that's been on them from disassembly and just running. Now this is not a very glamorous job, and I'm actually the senior guy in our shop, but it just goes to show you that, this job, you're always going to have to do jobs like this. If you expect that, oh, well, once you're a senior mechanic, you're not going to have to clean parts or mop the floor or take out the trash, that's not true. Everyone in the shop is expected to clean their own parts. I don't care if you've been there 5 minutes or 15 years, you're still going to be cleaning parts. Now you are going to be troubleshooting and stuff too, but it just goes to show you that seniority doesn't get you out of doing the hard work. Alright, that's kind of a good snapshot of my day.
Now you might be thinking, that didn't seem like a full day's worth of work, cleaning some parts and troubleshooting the regen system. Well, if you think about it, putting the regen system back together took about an hour. I had to fill the cooling system up. Then the test afterward was about an hour. Then you should do your paperwork. The timing of that 3208, I didn't film much of the actual timing of the 3208 because the lighting in that one was not real great. And but that ended up taking about 3 hours to time that old 3208, and timing it didn't fix it. And then cleaning the parts took another couple hours. I was showing you cleaning the injectors, but I also cleaned, your rocker arms. I cleaned the cam cover, the Jake housings, the oil pump, pretty much all the internal components of that engine that were going to be reused. Now, on top of that, there's little things you do throughout the day. You have a 30-minute lunch throughout the day. You'll spend, depending on what you're getting, you might be ordering parts. That can take up to 15, 20, sometimes 30 minutes a day looking up and ordering the right parts. All these little things just add up. Doing your paperwork adds up, cleanup adds up, and that's a pretty typical day in a truck shop. You can have 2, 3, 4 jobs sometimes. Unless you're doing, say I'd gotten those parts for the rebuild, well then I would have been doing that one job all day. But it just shows you in the truck shop that you can have quite a variety of jobs to work on there. The that regen motor was like a 2010 cat. The 3208 was, like I said, a mid 1980s engine. That single turbo C15 that I was cleaning the parts on was from the early 2000s, so I had a wide range that day. And kind of hope that shows you kind of what a typical day can be like in the shop. And if you've seen my other diesel videos, you might be wondering what I'm doing all the time. Well, that was just one day. All right, thank you.